email from the Department of Ed. If it ain't one thing, it's another. We now have a video feed without a scoreboard. And we are underway here in game 2. And I have got the rosters, but I don't have them written down. But I do know that this is Big J Charla leading off for VolState Pioneers. Gone 2-0 as he swings and misses at that offering. All the technical difficulties kept me from getting written into my scorebook, the lineup. Jay Charla goes down on strikes for the first out. Ethan Huddleston will step to the plate. He will play shortstop and bat second here in game 2. We'll figure out who the pitcher is out there. First pitch to Huddleston in there, called strike. Half swing by Huddleston. Looks like a young man named Wells. And I apologize for the technical issues that we're having here. No balls, 2 strikes to Ethan Huddleston. Breaking pitch misses down low. Mason Wells shows, but I don't believe that's Mason Wells. He's going to be coming in next. Okay, so Keel is there's a ground ball foul down the third base line. Keel is our pitcher. Jack Keel from McMinnville, Tennessee, Warren County High School, number 22. Tapper foul off of Huddleston as he is down trying to get some feeling back, and it looks like in that left leg. Count goes 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pioneer shortstop. Trainer will come over along with head coach Jim McGuire. Check on Huddleston, who's in his 3rd year at VolState, looking to have a good outing today and impress the Trevecca coaches. This would be a great place for Ethan to land after this year. So here's the starting lineup for the Pioneers. Jay Charla will play center field, bat first. Ethan Huddleston is batting second, playing shortstop. Braden Vineyard behind the plate. Batting third, Brody Milton at first base, batting fourth. The DH, Noah Ward, batting fifth. We'll get to the rest of the lineup here shortly. 1 ball, 2 strike count to Huddleston goes 2 balls and 2 strikes. I have no idea why I have the video back up, but I don't have my scoreboard. Swinging a foul ball off the new catcher. Catcher number 34, Aiden Napier, behind the plate. Swing and a miss, and Huddleston goes down on strikes as well. 2 outs via the strikeout from Jack Keel. And will bring Braden Vineyard to the plate, the catcher for VolState. Didn't have 30 minutes, had probably 20 in between. Keel, a hard throwing right-hander, delivers first pitch, fastball called strike. Time called. Big thanks to my play-by-play guy with the rhythm, Zach Williams, for the assist to get my video back up. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch. Vineyard now down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Got 2 bites of a sandwich in between games. Met Mark and Tracy Hall. Saw my friends from the past 2 summers, the Sills family. Alan and Sean Sills, the parents of Tyler Sills. Ball hit out to left field and back to the wall, and that will get out of here. I never even saw it off the bat. It sure sounded good, but I saw the left fielder and the center fielder going back, and Braden Vineyard, the second volunteer state catcher of the day to go big fly. Vineyard goes out over the high wall in left center field. That is Braden Vineyard's first home run of the fall. It brings to the plate Brody Milton, who swings at the first pitch, hits a ground ball to Hopper to third. Third baseman picks it up and will throw on to first base. We retire Melton. Don't have their lineup down, so I can't tell you who their third baseman is either, but 1 run on 1 hit. The big fly by Braden Vineyard. No errors, nobody left on base. 1-0 VolState leads after 1/2 inning. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Back for the bottom of the first inning as VolState takes a 1-run lead. Cooper Witt stepping to the plate, playing right field. Leadoff batter Danton Reinhardt delivers the first pitch out to shallow right field. Actually, we'll get back a little deeper for Ethan here as the wind blows that one a little deeper than it appeared. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Danton Reinhardt, the left-hander out of Collinwood, Tennessee. Iron City. Stepping to the plate, Josh Seiler. 6'4", 170-pound sophomore. Reinhardt delivers a pitch pretty close to the plate there. It's called a ball. Seiler playing third base. That was the young man who took one off the chest right there and threw on to first base. And he swings at the second pitch, flies it out the deep right center field. Jay Sharla going back and will make the catch for out number 2. 3 pitches, 2 outs for Danton Reinhardt. And Braden Reese, no relation to this broadcaster, steps to the plate. From Friendship Christian Academy, hometown Lebanon, Tennessee, steps in as the 3-hole hitter for Trevecca here in Game 2, playing first base. On deck, Bryant Goolsby, who played in game one. Pitch on the outside corner called strike one. Of course, the umpires have changed places. I don't have the names of these fellas, but it was a generous call right there. Again, I apologize that the scoreboard now is not working. I'm not an electronics genius at all, so when something out of the ordinary occurs, I'm a little lost. And with these double headers that go quickly back to back, I am in trouble. So pitch misses down low, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. That pitch sailed outside. Risa Jr., 6'1", 195 pounds. Swings and fouls it off the screen. Still getting the lineups put into my lineup card. Dan Reinhardt thought he had strike 3 called there, but it was just to a Framework Athletics full count. Pitch swung on and drifted. That's hit way out to left field, and up in the sky looks Drew Webster, the left fielder, and this game is tied as Braden Reese. It's a deep fly over the left field fence to knot this game up at 1. 3-2 low fastball. Gets ridden out of here over the 347 fence, but that's about a 20-foot high fence, maybe 25 feet. 1-1 now. Breaking pitch swung on and missed by left fielder Bryant Goolsby, who started in left field in game 1. Breaking pitch, this one stays high. Goolsby was pinch hit for. Thought maybe he had gotten injured, but he's right back in there again. The only starter from game 1, it appears, is he is in the lineup. 1 ball, 1 strike. I may be off on that. It's got 2 balls, no strikes on the scoreboard. We do have 1 strike, so 2-1. Says the home plate umpire. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes as that one's fouled off the screen. See if he tells the scoreboard operator that the scoreboard's wrong. Breaking pitch driven down the left field line. It will go foul. Now the scoreboard has it right. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's a ground ball to short. Huddleston grabs and throws over to first base for out number 3. Each team with a solo home run in the first inning. We are tied at 1 after 1. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
money, keep blowing, hustle moving silent, so I'm just going. So keep blowing, I got it locked up like Lindsay Lohan. Put it on my life, I'm just so bad.
And we are back for the top of the second inning. Once again, big credit to Zach Williams. Noah Ward steps in here, and it's a fly ball pop up to second baseman, who is, I have to check my lineup that I haven't written in yet. Noah Ward pops out to the young man. We have a scoreboard up now, folks. Zach Williams, you are my hero. Fastball by Keel to Connor Moss in there for called strike. Folks, I'm a guy that likes to be prepared. Moss swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. So God is testing my patience here with all of the imperfections that come from me and audio equipment. Second baseman is Alex Fernandez. Connor Moss, he'll drills one out the dead center field, and that will get off the wall. That is a shot right there, folks. Moss bowed up on that one, dead center field. You'll be in for a stand-up double. Connor Moss from Stewart's Creek High School gets the second hit of the ball game for the Pioneers. In steps Chase Birdwell, one of the extra hitters for Coach McGuire. Keel misses inside with that pitch. You can hear him, he grunts with each pitch thrown. Throws the ball hard. Birdwell turns on that one and hits it down the third baseline foul. On deck, Corbin Overbay playing second base. Drew Webster after him playing left field. And Ethan here in right field, who's already made a play in this game, batting 10th. Connor Moss on with a double with one out. Pitch misses low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. Chase Birdwell, who just was on the mound to finish game 1. 3 strikeouts in 4 batters. Pitch goes low. 3 balls and a strike. Aiden Napier behind the plate. Catching Jack Keel, who's in for inning number 2. That pitch actually hits Chase Birdwell, so instead of a walk, he'll take a hit by a pitch, but I think it got all shirt. That puts a runner at first and second for the Pioneers and brings to the plate young Corbin Overbay from Sevierville, Tennessee, Sevier County High School. 5'9", 170-pound freshman. Overbay takes a fastball on the inside corner called strike 1. Corbin, 7 hits in 16 plate appearances, a .438 clip, has 2 doubles, 7 RBIs. In his 6 previous games that he's played for VolState, having a good freshman fall, but he pops one up into the infield. That'll be an infield fly roll. First baseman will make the grab. That is Braden Reese. We're out number 2. Drew Webster, the left fielder from CPA right here in Nashville, Tennessee. Christ Presbyterian Academy, wearing my number, number 7. I didn't wear it for VolState, though. I guess he can say it's his number. 2 outs. First pitch to Webster in there for a called strike. Drew also having good fall, 4 for 10, has a double and a triple. Breaking pitch swung on and missed. Down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Ethan here on deck. Breaking pitch misses low and away. Jack Keel trying to finish off his 2nd inning. I would assume that's all he'll go. Giving up 2 hits so far and a hit by pitch. Drew Webster looking to drive in another run. Swings over a slow breaking pitch. And Keel strikes out his 3rd batter in 9 that came to the plate against him. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. After 1.5, 1-1, you're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Leading off the bottom of the 2nd for the Trojans, center fielder Garrett Smith faced Danton Reinhardt out there for his 2nd inning of work. First pitch he delivers outside. Out in the elements, folks. We're sitting right behind home plate, not in a press box. Ball swung on and popped up in the middle of the infield. Brody Melton over and dancing around toward pitcher's mound will make the grab. Route number 1 when having its way with that pop up in the infield. Reinhardt gets the lead off batter just like he did in the 1st inning. Actually got the first 2 batters out and then gave up a solo shot to Braden Reese. Now stepping to the plate, designated hitter Grant Duncan. First pitch to him is in there for a called strike. Grant Duncan from Springfield High School in Springfield, Tennessee. It's a ground ball to Huddleston at short, who snags that one and throws over to Brody Melton. A nice strike from Huddleston and out number 2. Huddleston looking smooth out there at shortstop. Speaking of shortstops, brings up the Trojan shortstop, Jacob Lester. Another player from Blackman High School, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. 6 foot, 100 and, let's get to the right guy, 6'1", 170 pound. Freshman, and he pops that one off into the line of trees. No balls, 1 strike now to Lester. On deck, catcher Aiden Napier. Nope. Not Aiden Napier. 41's on deck. The pitch goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Connor Dowdy. Line drive into left field. That'll get down for a base hit. Cersei over to cut it off. Throw on to second base, and the runner will stay at first base. Let's see what we've done with their lineup here. So it looks like they are going to bat 10 batters. So I have to get my wide out. Another 2-out hit. Puts a runner at first base. Number 41 has a line drive. That will get into center field for a base hit. Jay Charlotte comes in. He's got it in his glove and throws on to second base. A little bit high, but backing up is Braden Vineyard. So back-to-back 2-out hits. Now brings up Aiden Napier. As it looks like Trevecca will bat 10 batters here in this game. Lineup card is not delivered. I'm just taking pictures of their big lineup card in their dugout. That ball swung on and now called foul ball. Vineyard looked like maybe it was not a foul ball. As I correct my scorebook. 2 outs, 2 on. Reinhardt steps off. A long look back at second base at Jacob Lester. This ball misses outside. A little bit easier in the spring when you actually get a lineup card and you know that there are only 9 batters that will be in a lineup card. Breaking pitch in there for called strike. Alex Fernandez, number 15, on deck. Foul ball straight back. Vineyard catches it off the rebound. Reinhardt will get a new pearl from the umpire. Time called again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Aiden Napier, 2 outs. And the pitch outside. And it goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Napier, 9-hole hitter in this 10-hitter lineup here in game 2. My position, I can't even see Danton as he throws a slow breaking pitch, swung on and missed. And down goes Napier. First strikeout for Reinhardt as he retires. The Trojans, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. So a good outing for Dan Reinhardt, who will go 2 innings, give up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run. Did not walk a batter, so that's a plus for Reinhardt. Does strike out 1, does give up 1 home run. We'll take a short break. Scores tied 1-1. We have a scoreboard, folks, and a actual video. Listen to the VolState Sports Network. Heading to the top of the third inning, about to have my scorebook ready to roll here. Ethan here will step in to face a new pitcher for the Trevecca Trojans, number 23, Mason Wells. Here's the left-hander I thought that was on the mound at the beginning when I saw the name Wells, but he's a senior left-hander, 5'11", 190-pound pitcher. And there's a ground ball base hit in the left field on the first pitch that Ethan here sees. Third hit of the ball game for the Pioneers. Leadoff single by the Cincinnati kid, Ethan here, his second year with the Pioneers. Brings to the plate Big Jay Charlo, who struck out in his first plate appearance. Now facing a left-hander, first pitch swinging, fouls ball off to the screen. Charlo coming in. This is his 8th game in his first 7 games. 5 for 11, 455 batting average, 647 on base, as he's walked 3 times and been hit 3 times. So an on-base machine. Fouls another one straight back. Down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Charlo from Riverdale High School, also in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, a rival of Blackman and Oakland High Schools. Breaking pitch in the dirt, kept in front by Aiden Napier. One-two pitch outside. Ball 2, good eye by Jay Charlo. Pretty much an unhittable pitch right there. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Pioneers center fielder. Game was originally scheduled for 1 as Ethan here takes off. Jay Charlo, a line drive into right field. Here will continue on to first base. Charlo starts to go to second as that ball is bobbled out in right field, but a perfectly executed run and hit. Jay Charlo put a bat on that ball, so back-to-back singles puts runners at first and third with nobody out. Ethan Huddleston comes to the plate. Huddleston 1 for 3 in game 1. 0 for 1 here in game 2, and he swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it off the screen to the right. Wells out of Spokane, Washington, a transfer from Gonzaga University. In some hot water here as he dots the outside corner. Called strike 2. On deck, Braden Vineyard. Wells on in relief of Jack Keel, who went 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 1 run. It was the home run to Braden Vineyard. Did not walk a batter. The pitch, this is a little farther out. Good take by Huddleston. Coach Jim McGuire down at third base goes through the signs. Jay Charlotte got some pretty good speed. Wouldn't be surprised to see Charlotte on the move. Breaking pitch just misses that outside corner. Curved around the plate. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the shortstop from Gallatin, Tennessee, in his 3rd year here as a Pioneer. Charlotte goes on the pitch, and ball is taken inside. Charlotte will slide into second base, but uncontested, no throw made, so a stolen base for Jay Charlotte. Puts runners at second and third, and the count goes full. Framework Athletics, full count. Can't even see the pitcher from my vantage point. And the pitch is way outside. Ball gets by the catcher. In comes Ethan here from third base as Ethan Huddleston throwing his gear off to the dugout. So runners now at the corners again, and a run is in. Still nobody out as Huddleston takes a walk. Wild pitch moves Charlotte to third, and Ethan here scores. Braden Vineyard steps to the plate. Young man from Paducah, Kentucky. Huddleston going back to first base on the pitch that's delivered. So he trying to figure out the move. Maybe he had I didn't really see his lead down there at first base, but pitch got by Aiden Napier. But no one advanced. Pitch swung on and missed by Vineyard. Fastball on the outside corner. Vineyard back in the box. Let's see if Huddleston takes off on this pitch. And there he goes. Pitch is outside. To throw to second is not in time. I've got to move my seat. I'm looking through 4 people here. Didn't seem to be as bad in the first game, but I don't know if the umpire's setting up different or what, but stolen base for Ethan Huddleston. The throw was in the dirt, dug out, but the tag was applied. Yeah, this umpire is way on the inside. I can't see pitcher at all until he drops down. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. That's what I have. Scoreboard's got 2-2. But the umpire is not there. He just has put up 3 balls and a strike now. He's not trying to correct the scoreboard operator like the first umpire behind the plate was. 3-1, lifted out to right field. It'll be foul, and it probably will not be. I'm sorry, it is barely foul. I thought that was going to be way foul, but it landed just a foot away from being a safe hit. John Ripel says that ball was in fair territory. He's down there at first base. And he's looking over at Coach McGuire, pointing to fair territory. But we're at a full count. Vineyard did not run all out on that one at all, so he was thinking that ball was going to be foul as well. So we're at a full count. And a full count, first pitch, foul ball for Braden Vineyard. A leadoff single by Ethan here in the left field on the first pitch he saw from Mason Wells. A run and hit, single by Jay Sharla. Sharp line drive into right field, put runners at first and third. A wild pitch. Scores here as Vineyard takes ball 4 on a pitch inside. That loads the bases. Back-to-back walks by Mason Wells. Not many walks. Matter of fact, 2 walks in game 1 for Trojan pitching. Brings up Brody Melton with nobody out. Bases loaded, 1 run in. Brody Melton, the hottest hitter for the Pioneers. As he looks at a fastball high and outside. Brody Melton is leading the team in runs scored, hits, home runs. Now tied in home runs is the trainer, and head coach Chase Sane is going to go out to talk to Mason Wells, see if he's okay. But back to Brody Melton from Tullahoma, Tennessee, Tullahoma High School, hitting .769, played in 6 games, has 10 hits in 13 official at-bats. So he's only been retired 3 times in 19 plate appearances, as they will take Mason Wells out of the game. He will leave with a 1-0 count to Brody Melton. So not sure if that's a pitch count issue or if that's went out with the trainer. So typically that's an injury issue. So we'll take a short break and tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
I got a brand new girlfriend. Like David did, watching them long necks break off a freight train bridge. We went to church in a Detroit car. Our daddies drank at the local bar with an aching back just like old granddad did. And we like cocaine beer, fixing up trucks, old bird dogs, and the woman we love. Maxwell has singing out of a coffee cup. We say our prayers singing to the sky. Bus stop banks barely getting by. Carolina to California up to Illinois. Yeah, there's guys like us, blue collar boys. We're the white paint peeling off a picket fence. The rust stains covering a craftsman wrench. When the sun's coming up, you can bet we're clocking in. Cash our paycheck, 2-day break, and do it again. We like cocaine beer, fixing up trucks, old bird dogs, and the woman we love. Maxwell has seen it out of a coffee.
Brody Melton steps back into the box with a 1-ball, no strike count. New pitcher on for Trevecca, Grant Duncan, who already has a plate appearance. Melton starts to go, checks his swing. They will check with the base umpire. He says no, he did not go. Now goes 2 balls and no strikes with a hot-hitting first baseman, true freshman from Tullahoma, Tennessee, Brody Melton. 10 RBIs, leads the team, swings and fouls that ball off. It looks like it will get out of play on the other side of Trevecca's dugout. We got some kind of a feed coming from the speakers here, as though the music is going to be coming on here anytime soon. There we go. So, and we got music coming on. So just like I thought. So it's a fall scrimmage for the broadcast folks as well, I guess. I know it is for me. We are working in some new equipment, hopefully next week. Pitch right down the outside corner for called strike. Nice fastball by Grant Donkin. Donkin, a 6'1", 180-pound freshman. Springfield High School, Springfield, Tennessee. One of the designated hitters here in game 2. Sun shining on my back. Pitch goes down low, count goes full. Framework Athletics, full count. I'd like to thank Framework Athletics for their support of Volunteer State Baseball. They're located at 104B Jessica Lauren Court. 1 for 2 on full count, first pitch foul balls so far in this game. And there's a ball hit deep to left center field. Back goes Garrett Smith, and he will watch that one hit up above the wooden fence and off of the screen that protects, I believe that's the soccer field, and Brody Melton has just hit a grand slam here at Trevecca on a 3-2 pitch from Grant Donkin. That's his third long ball of the fall. And that gives the Pioneers a 6-1 lead here in the top of the third inning. Brody Melton is on fire. Now 14 RBIs for Melton in the fall as Noah Ward steps in. Still nobody out. First pitch swinging, he fouls that one off. I mean, Melton put a charge in. The question was whether or not it was going to go over the second screen above. That's probably 50 feet up. There's a fastball on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Donkin. 5 runs in the inning. 4 on the grand slam by Brody Melton. 0-2 pitch at the feet of Ward. So second home run of the ball game for the Pioneers. Third on the day. VolState lost game 1 6-3. Trying to come back and get the win in game 2. Now lead 6-1. Four hits for the Pioneers. There's a ground ball to third. Josh Seiler up over to Braden Reese to retire Noah Ward for the first out of the third inning. Connor Moss steps into the box. He had a double off the wall in dead center field in the second inning, but was stranded there at second base. Connor Moss from Stewart's Creek High School, one of the Stewart's Creek gang, as he foul tips the ball back. It's not able to be caught by Aiden Napier, but doesn't make a difference on the first strike. This is Moss' 7th game of the fall. Came in with 2 hits and 7 at-bats. Now 3 for 8 as that pitch misses low and outside. It was his second double of the fall. Has 5 RBIs and just now with 3 hits. Playing third base as that pitch comes inside. Connor Moss, Caleb Hawkins will trap, and the pitch is fouled off. For Stewart's Creeker. Who's my fourth one? Another pitcher. For some reason I keep, and it's a different guy each time that I keep forgetting there. It's not a pitcher. Maddox Labrick. That pitch again off the helmet. This time it's Connor Moss, not Hunter Searcy. The trainer's going to have to go out and check on Moss, but that's the third hitter actually, I believe, has been hit off the helmet this fall. Second hit batter of the game. Chase Birdwell took one off the shirt sleeve. That's the way you want to get hit by a pitch. Take one off the shirt sleeve. So 1 out, 1 on. As many times as the trainer's been out, I should have his name, but it's not showing on their roster. Head coach Chase Sane in his third year. Assistant coaches Jim Leggett, Brad Giroux, and Alex Cloutier, I think is how you say that. I think he's a former pitcher for Trevecca. And add one more, that's Josh Carmen, a volunteer assistant. The director of baseball for Full Count Ministries has recently been added to the coaching roster here at Trevecca. Chase Birdwell steps to the box. Looks at the first pitch outside the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Wind is blowing from left to right. Fastball stays high. Birdwell in his third year here at Volunteer State. Fine young man. Started meeting with him and 4 other players having once a week gathering. And he looks at one right down the can there. 2 balls and a strike. Has 4 younger sisters. Love them some Chase Birdwell. I'm sure he's a good big brother. 2-1, swung on, and looks like he got out off the handle, and that will drop in to left center field safely for a base hit. He got jammed on that one, but muscled it out to left center field, puts runners at first and second. That was Birdwell's 4th hit of the fall. He's now 4 for 7 on the season. On base average, getting up to about 900. Corbin Overbay steps to the plate. That's the 5th hit of the contest so far for VolState. Corbin popped out to the first baseman. His first plate appearance. That pitch sails high. Grant Duncan in relief of Mason Wells here in the 3rd inning. Wells threw to 4 batters, gave up 2 hits and 2 walks before he was taken out of the game as an injury. There's a fastball outside. Duncan throwing hard, but a little bit wild. As first batter he faced was Brody Melton, who hit a 3-2 pitch off the screen above the wall in the yellow line. There's another pitch high. Count goes 3 balls and no strikes to the freshman second baseman, Corbin Overbay. On deck, Drew Webster, another freshman. The 3-0 pitch in there for a called strike. Overbay started to toss the bat, but I think he's ready to hit as well. Game number 15 for the Pioneers. Pops that ball off the screen. Brings us to another Framework Athletics full count. Lost 3 5-inning affairs against Belmont 2 weeks ago. And then lost game 1 here against Trevecca. All other games against opponents have been wins. Full count. Runners are going on the 3-2 pitch. Is swung on, and it's a strike him out, throw him out. Birdwell or Overbay Strikes out swinging. Connor Moss caught stealing. 2-5, so a double play. Just what Grant Duncan was looking for. But the Pioneers score 5 runs on 3 hits. No errors. 1 runner left on base. 6-1, VolState leads. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
Okay, bud. You gonna leave that and I'll get it back to you? Okay. All right. Where you heading? What are you gonna do? You gonna go to the golf course? Just for the fun of it? All right, buddy. Good seeing you. Say hey to Michael for me. Let's start pitching.
To break down the garden gate, there's not much time left today. And I can't hide. I wanna ride it all night long. If you're going my way, well, I wanna drive it all night long. Now to all the cities and all these towns, it's in my blood and it's all right. I love you now like I loved you then. This is the road and these are the hands. And those ain't me, those Memphis nights. The copper pass has been cool as life. And knock me down back up again. You're in my blood, I'm not a lonely man. There's no road I can hold. The road's the road, this I know.
Summit Concrete called to the bullpen for the Pioneers. Calls Kate Sanders on in relief of Danton Reinhardt. Right-handed sophomore from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Hendersonville High School, transfer from Alabama, where he went there to just be a college student. Missed baseball and decided to come back to VolState. 5'10", 205-pound right-hander. Sanders on for his 6th appearance of the years. Thrown 9 innings, given up 5 hits, 2 runs that were earned, walked 5, struck out 10. He is on for inning at least number 3 here for the Pioneers. He will face 10-1-2. Alex Fernandez, a second baseman, stepping to the plate for his first at-bat of the afternoon. And Sanders delivers, swung on and missed. Alex Fernandez, 5'11", 155-pound redshirt freshman. Another breaking pitch misses outside. Well, look at there. He's another Stewart's Creeker from Smyrna, Tennessee. Got a lot of Stewart's Creek players here. And slider misses outside, or a cutter. That ball had a lot of break on it. Danton Reinhardt went 2 innings. About 3 hits. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Goes 3 balls and a strike. Reinhardt gave up 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Struck out 1. 1 hit, or 1 run was a home run by Braden Reese. 3-2 pitch is outside, and there's ball 4 to the number 10 hole hitter. They'll bring to the plate Cooper Witt, who flew out to right field to lead off the bottom of the first inning. Sanders, see his dad Clay Sanders here, along with Clay's mother, Becky Sanders, known as Nama to Cade. Pitch popped out to the bullpen in right field. Looks like that'll be off of what I assume is the baseball team's field house down there in right field.
Okay, let's go.
Sanders gets ahead here to the leadoff batter, Josh Seiler, third baseman, on deck. Swing and a miss at another breaking pitch. Sanders' bread and butter, that breaking pitch right there. Struck out 10 batters. foul ball down to the Trojan dugout. Josh Carman makes the play off the rebound. Josh Carman, the head coach of the Full Count Rhythm, along with being the general manager. Summer Ohio Valley League team, and that pitch hits Cooper Witt. He's going to tell him to go on down to first base. Cade Sanders is asking him, doesn't he have to get out of the way, or doesn't try to get out of the way, but looked like he just froze right there. Breaking pitch that just didn't come around quick enough. So 2 freebies for the Trojans after the Pioneers with 5 runs in the top of the 3rd inning. And now the Trevecca has a rally going with their number 2 hole hitter up with nobody out and 2 runners on. Sanders walked one and now has hit a batter looking for a ground ball. The pitch stays high. Pitching coach Braden Kale for Volunteer State, giving Braden Vineyard the signs. Sanders has his, and he nearly hit Seiler. Looked like Seiler was ready to take that one in the side or back or ribs, but ended up missing him. He flew out to center field. Jay Sharla out there in center field. You can hardly see him at 5'9". He's playing so deep out there. He's shading his eyes with his glove as the sun is right at him. Another pitch stays high and tight. And it goes 3 balls and no strikes. As Coach McGuire looks down at the bullpen. Sanders had a little bit of trouble with the control last spring and has now walked or hit the bases loaded. 2 walks and hit batter, and out to the mound will come Braden Kale to talk to Cade Sanders. Braden Reese will step to the plate. He homered solo shot in the 1st inning. Thank you all for joining us today here. And it's been a little bit of a trying day. Got my email address up there, and some of you are taking advantage of that. Dave Holbrook and Sherry Burris are here in attendance. They hear me, but they don't see me. That was when we had the video problems in game 1. So it's good that Jake Burris's family is here. Suzanne Godsey checked in, watching from Indiana. They're upset they're not here in person, but glad to have them on the broadcast. There's a first pitch into Reese. Breaking pitch in there for a call strike. Breaking pitch stays inside. Been several times that breaking pitch has not bit and come across the plate, and looks like the batter is resigned to getting hit by that pitch, but only one has been hit. Bases are loaded. It's been walks or hit batters a swing and a miss on that pitch. Again, I'm in a bit of a disadvantage from my sight line here. The camera is set up right behind home plate, and that means I'm just off the left shoulder, and the umpire is set up right on me, right in my view. That pitch goes low and away. 2 balls, 2 strikes. On deck, Bryant Goolsby, the left fielder for Trevecca. Ball's fouled off to the right side. So Danton Reinhardt's Dad was checking in. No video, showing just audio. I hope the video, everything's working now. That was a couple hours ago that I got that email. Had a little bit of rain, and somebody who's not technically advanced is a swing and a miss, and the bat goes into the Pioneers on deck circles. Sanders gets exactly what he needs, a swing and a miss for the first out here in the third inning. He'll bring to the plate Bryant Goolsby, the 4-hole hitter, grounded out to shortstop. Sanders looking for one of those ground balls right now, as he would love to have a 6-4-3 pitch in the dirt, smothered by Braden Vineyard behind the plate. So Drew Webster out in left field, Jay Sharla in center, Ethan here in right field, Connor Moss at third, Ethan Huddleston at short, Corbin Overbay at second, Brody Melton at first, and Braden Vineyard behind the plate. And he catches a breaking pitch that is swung on and missed by Goolsby. When that pitch breaks, it does break. It's a good pitch for Sanders, but when he throws it inside, it doesn't seem like it's got the break. There was another one that pops out off of Vineyard and to the hustling Cade Sanders, who comes in from his pitching position, as Vineyard must have taken that one off maybe the left shoulder as he's raising his arm up. Another breaking pitch. Sanders has that pitch working right now. He's depending on Vineyard to keep it in front if he throws it in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Goolsby. Base is still loaded. There's a swing and a miss. Sanders, after loading the bases, has got the last 2 batters swinging. That'll bring to the plate Garrett Smith, center fielder, who popped out to the first baseman to lead off the second inning. Garrett Smith, 6 foot, 180-pound senior from Franklin, Tennessee, transfer from North Alabama. Breaking pitch missed just inside. Sanders 1 pitch away from getting out of this predicament that he's gotten himself into with a walk, a hit batter, and another walk. There's a fastball in the inside corner called strike. On deck, the DH turned pitcher, Grant Donkin. Another nice block by Braden Vineyard on a breaking pitch in the dirt. Charlotte's still playing deep in center field. The wind flags are pointing toward right field. But nothing has really gone toward right field today. And 3 home runs by Pioneer players, 2 home runs by Trevecca. There's a breaking pitch. Hard slider in for a strike on the inside corner. Count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. There are 2 outs. Pioneers scored 1 in the first, 5 in the third. Trevecca scored 1 in the first. Check swing, and they will check out at the base umpire, who says he did not go. Braden Vineyard thought for sure that he had gone. Another sharp breaking pitch that landed below the knees. And we have a Framework Athletics full count with the bases loaded. Runners will be off on the pitch. Sanders needs to make a pitch here. And they're off. There's a ball hit out to left field. That looks like it will get off the wall, and it will. That'll drive in 3. Charlotte plays it off the wall in left center field. Cade Sanders a pitch away from getting out of a sticky situation, but Garrett Smith ended up driving that ball off the left center field wall, and that, even though the wind mostly has been coming from left field and the right, somehow or another it's It's getting in a jet stream up there and looks farther away, I guess, than it is. It is only 347 to left center field, so 3 runs come across. And Trevecca now down 6-4 with Grant Duncan stepping to the plate. Slider missed high. So the 3 free bases that were handed off by Kate Sanders come in to score here in the bottom of the third. There's a pitch over the plate for a called strike. Three earned runs. Third hit of the game for Trevecca. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Kept in front, and the runner has to remain at second base. 2 balls and a strike, 2 outs. Grant Duncan grounded out to short. His first plate appearance, and there's a breaking pitch on the outside corner. Called strike. Duncan, a freshman, 2-way player. Bats left, throws right, throws hard too. 2-2 pitch in the dirt. Vineyard keeps it right between his legs. Sanders now in danger of walking. Another batter has gone full. Count brought to you by Framework Athletics. Train baseball and softball over there. Pitchers, hitters, fielding. There's a ground ball up the middle. Huddleston has it on 2 hops over to first base. And down go the Trojans. If they score 3 is on 1 hit. 3 runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. 6-4. Pioneers lead. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
30 miles in the Gulf Stream, I hear the south wind moan. Bridges getting lower, shrimp boats coming home. The old man down in the corner slowly turns his head, takes a sip from his whiskey bottle, and this is what he said. I was born in the rain on the bucket train underneath the Louisiana moon. Don't mind the strain of a hurricane, they come around every June. The high black water, the devil's daughter, she's hot, she's cold, and she's mean. But nobody taught her it takes a lot of water to wash away New Orleans. Man came down from Chicago, he gonna set that levee right. He said, these will be at least 3 feet higher, it won't make it through the night. The old man down in the corner said, don't you listen to that boy. The water be down by the morning, and he'll be back to Illinois. I was born in the rain on the Poncha train underneath the Louisiana moon.
Top of the 4th inning, Drew Webster will lead off for the Pioneers. New pitcher on for Trevecca, number 28, right-hander James Dixon, 6'4", 200-pound sophomore from Franklin, Tennessee, and a former teammate, I would assume, of Drew Webster. They both attended Christ Presbyterian. So former teammates facing each other right here as Webster fouls the first pitch off the Pioneers dugout. Webster struck out in the second. His only plate appearance of the day. Fouls another one over. Ethan here makes a one-handed grab while in the on-deck circle. Webster, 6'2", 190 pound, true freshman, business administration major. Swings and misses, ball dropped. Webster will run down to first, and Aiden Napier will throw down to Reese to complete the out. Webster gone down swinging twice now today. Ethan here steps to the plate. Singled in the left field and later scored on a wild pitch. Fastball a little bit high. Here, his third year out of high school, second year at Volunteer State. The pitch stays inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 6 foot, 185 pound sophomore from Cincinnati. Moeller High School, education major, the son of Andy and Gina here, brother to Elizabeth. Swings and misses. Takes a healthy cut at that one. That was Ethan's second hit of the fall. That's another big cut, comes up empty. Gets a hold of it, he can drive it a long ways, a strong young man. Has walked 5 times already at an on-base average now approaching 500 for the fall. Swings and misses at 3 pitches. He goes down on strikes. James Dixon strikes out the first 2 batters that he sees. Bring Jay Charlotte to the plate. He's 1 for 2. Singled and scored ahead of Brody Melton's grand slam home run in the 3rd inning. Hitting from the left side, he fouls the first pitch nearer to Ethan Huddleston on deck. Bit of a dangerous place to stand with a left-handed batter up. The 0-1. Breaking pitch misses. No, it does not miss. Looked to me like it missed, but and I even put a ball up there, so let me pull that off. I can't will it. No balls, 2 strikes to Jay Charlotte from James Dixon. Fastball outside of the zone that Jay Charlotte says I got to swing at because the breaking pitch was out there in the same spot. So James Dixon, 3 up and 3 down via the strikeout. No runs in the top of the 4th. Pioneers still lead 6-4. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. back at Trevecca Nazarene University campus. We are in game 2 of a doubleheader. Game 15 for the Pioneers this fall. It's Cade Sanders back out on the mound, who face 7, 8, and 9 in the Trevecca lineup. Jacob Lester, the shortstop, sees the first pitch from Sanders. Misses outside. Lester singled to left field, his first plate appearance. Sun shining as that breaking pitch gets in on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Cadro, one of the young men that meets with me once a week. Cade Sanders, Chase Birdwell, Ethan Huddleston, Cade McKee, and Landon Tucker. So 4 pitchers and an infielder. Check with the base umpire, says he did not go. Jacob Lester from Blackman High School. 2-1 pitch is driven up the middle. That will get into center field for a base hit. Lester's going to try for 2. No, he will pull up the anchor and stay at first base. Nice hustle play by Lester. He is now 2 for 2. And we'll bring up designated hitter Connor Dowdy. He also singled. A line drive over just to the right of Corbin Overbay. Breaking pitch in there for called strike. Pioneers scored 5 in the third to take a 6-1 lead, but then gave up 3 last inning in the bottom of the third. The breaking pitch that stays low. Big ball game going on right now. I have no idea what the score is. The University of Tennessee hosting the University of Alabama in football. I won't tell the score in case you're recording it. He says, home plate umpire says that Dowdy swung for strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. On deck catcher Aiden Napier. Sanders looking for a ground ball. There's a breaking pitch. Strike 3 called. Down goes Dowdy. Third strikeout by Sanders. First out of the inning. Napier, who was the first strikeout victim, and only strikeout victim of Danton Reinhardt, which is the last batter that Danton faced. Ball 1 goes low and inside. Pioneers will be back in action on Tuesday. I believe the game is showing as being scheduled at 5 o'clock, and I think I heard that it's moved up to 4 o'clock. Swing and a foul tip into the mitt of Vineyard. Play at Columbia State. So we will be broadcasting from Columbia State for the very first time. Pioneers will go there this spring for a 3-game series. Breaking pitch stays high. 2 balls and a strike. So Tuesday the 18th at Columbia at 4 p.m. I assume it's 1 9-inning game. And then again next Saturday back at Gallatin, the home of the Pioneers. Napier comes up empty on that half swing. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sanders 1 pitch away from getting out of it. He can get a ground ball. Runner going, swung on, and the ball is missed by Vineyard. You don't need to throw to first there, Braden. He's already out. But the runner gets down to second base on the steal. The ball goes off the glove of Braden Vineyard and goes to the backstop. Swing and a miss by Napier. Lester was stealing on the play, so you got to give him the steal. And he will take it. Base umpire is going to come in and ask the home plate umpire about something here. I'm not sure if this has anything to do with that last play. It's got to, I would think. Surely he knows the rule about first base is occupied. And even though he is stealing, he's still occupying first base, even though he's stealing. So the batter is out on the swing. It was not a foul ball. So they're in agreement now with what's going on. No changes. Alex Fernandez steps to the plate. Second baseman. For his second plate appearance, he walked in the third to lead off the inning. He was the first batter that Cade Sanders faced. Tried to check a swing, but could not hold up. Sanders has the sign and delivers another slider for a called strike. Count goes no balls, 2 strikes. Sanders working quickly. Has a sign and delivers just a little high. Fernandez, one of the Stewart's Creek gang. Just a bit inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. You weren't with us earlier. We had a little bit of rain that caused some havoc. It caused the video to go out in game 1. Caused me to cause the video probably to go out. As I wiped the screen on my computer, I realized, wait a minute, that's a touch screen. Don't do that. I was trying to safeguard the VolState computer here as we've got a Framework Athletics full count with 2 outs and a runner at second base. Swing and a miss, and down goes Fernandez. Cade Sanders strikes out the last 3 batters that he faces, so 5 strikeouts as he will end his 2-inning stretch, giving up 2 hits, but 3 runs that were all earned. Walked 2 batters, struck out 5, hit a batter. And the Pioneers still lead 6-4 after 4. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
They got whiskey, women, music and soul. Where all the cowboy folks go to blues. I got a good job. I work hard for my money. When it's winter time, I keep the door running. I fire up my pickup truck and let the horse have fun. I go flying down that highway, that highway. The county in the woods. Yeah, so do-si-do. Come on, baby, let's go. Oh, Cadillac, blackjack, baby, meet me out back the door. Oh, get down, turn around, go to town,
Back for the top of the 5th inning, Ethan Huddleston will lead off for the Pioneers. Braden Vineyard and Brody Melton will follow. James Dixon still on the mound for the Trojans as he set down the 3 batters that he faced in the 4th, all by strikeout. Huddleston swings at the first pitch, pops that one up to the first baseman. Braden Reese in foul territory will make the grab for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Dixon. Braden Vineyard homered and walked, has scored twice. Steps to the plate. First pitch that Vineyard sees in there for a called strike. Started to go, but then held up. Dixon is pumping in the strikes. Braden, 6'2", 200-pound sophomore from McCracken County High School. 0-1 misses. The son of Christian and Monica Vineyard, brother to Mason and Grant. Grandson of Pawpaw in Huntsville and Granny in Paducah. His family was able to see that big fly he sent out over to left center field in the first inning. It was an absolute bomb. Sun shining now right in the fielder's face. Swing and a miss. On a fastball on the outside corner. And you're trying to secure that backup catcher role for head coach Jim McGuire. Braden got in 7 games last year for the Pioneers, only had 11 at-bats. Still looking for his first collegiate hit. Had an RBI, did walk 5 times. Played stellar defense when he got behind the plate, but he started to go. They will check down at first base and say yes. He did break the plane for out number 2 and the 4th strikeout by Dixon in 5 batters. Brody Melton stepping to the plate. 1 for 2, and that one was a big one. Grand slam home run off the netting in left center field. Breaking pitch in the dirt. Looks like we might have a new catcher back there. Maybe Frankie Carreras behind the plate now. In for Aiden Napier. Pop up. That will get out of play. I hope it's over my head and away. That's the thing with fall baseball. They just throw people out there and don't let anybody know, and that's the case. Ball inside, they say he did not go as they check down again. First base umpire, 2 balls and a strike. So a good hitting sun, as the sun doesn't get in your eyes here, but it is in the center fielder and second base and right fielder's eyes right now, as well as the pitcher. Popped up out into shallow center field. I assume that's still Garrett Smith out there who makes the catch for out number 3. Another 1-2-3 inning for James Dixon. Retired all 6 batters that he's faced. We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning. Pioneers still lead 6-4. You listen to the VolState Sports Network.
As soon as I find where they lay, side off them jolly and leaving mines on a long hot summer day. Yeah, I'm forever down working on the Illinois River, get a half a day off with pay. Oh, picking up barges on a long hot summer day. A gal in weekend, she's a good old gal, okay. Oh, she's sitting there waiting by a window fan on a long hot summer day.
Summit Concrete called the bullpen for the Pioneers. Left-hander John Tomlinson in for VolState, 6'3", 180-pound redshirt freshman. hometown Lebanon, Tennessee. Went to Lebanon High School. Transfer from Middle Tennessee State University, where he played last year. Was on the roster, and I don't believe he got into any games. The son of Keith and Kim Tomlinson, the brother of Warren, and the grandson of Paul in Lebanon, and also grandma in Lebanon. Tomlinson also pitched in one game for the Full Count Rhythm this past summer. Was on the squad when they won the Ohio Valley League Championship at Drakes Creek Park in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Tomlinson on for his 6th appearance of the Falls, throwing 5 2/3 innings, giving up 3 hits, 7 runs, 4 earned. He has walked 10 batters, struck out 8, and hit 3. So control has been an issue for John. Trying to work through that here as he will face his Division II squad of Trevecca Nazarene University. Here will face 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup for the Trojans. Cooper Witt will lead off. He's 0 for 1. Was hit by a pitch his last plate appearance. Cade Sanders goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits, 3 runs that were earned, walked 2, struck out 5, and hit 1 batter. Those 2 walks in the hit batter are the 3 runs that scored as Tomlinson misses with the first pitch he delivers. Swinging a pop up out into right center field. That could drop, and it will, right in front of Jay Sharla. Either center field or right field could get that one. So a bloop single to lead off the bottom of the 5th inning. Brings to the plate third baseman Josh Seiler. Also 0 for 1 with a walk. Fifth hit for Trevecca. Tomlinson delivers. Ball's popped up. Looks like it would get out of play.
Come on, Josh, let's go.
Seiler from Maryville, Tennessee, Maryville High School. Takes ball 1. Pioneers yet to turn a conventional double play as the new shortstop out there, Zach Zimmerly. The runner goes on the pitch. Vineyard has no chance. That pitch, breaking pitch, misses. Low and inside, so a stolen base for Cooper Witt. So Zach Zimmerly in for Ethan Huddleston. I believe that's Drew Plummer over there at second base now. Pitch low. It goes 3-1. Drew Plummer at second base. Drive out to center field. It drives Sharla back. He's got his back to the infield, and that will be off the wall. 1 run will score, and Seiler will head to third. The throw to third base is not made. Seiler will flop into third base with a RBI triple. Ball is carrying to center field. So a single, stolen base, and a triple here in the bottom of the 5th. It's Trevecca within 1 run, and Braden Reese steps to the plate. already homered in this game. And now has been hit by a pitch. We'll bring to the plate a pinch hitter, Jackson Odette, who will pinch hit for Bryant Gillsby here in the bottom of the fifth.
Lord laughs like she just don't care. Got a red bandana and a raven hair. Sitting in the
Brady
corner at the
goes out to
Mercury.
talk to Tomlinson. Odette, 5'11", 180-pound junior from Mount Juliet, Tennessee, by way of Roan State Community College. Remember Odette being at Roan State last year. Maybe that's a transfer a couple years ago. So runners now at first and third. Pitch outside. One run in, two runners on, nobody out. Cooper Witt with a bloop single. There's a pitch on the inside corner, fouled back. Cooper Witt with a bloop single into right center field, and then Josh Seiler, a triple off the center field wall. Braden Reese hit by a pitch on the first pitch he sees. Tomlinson comes to the stretch, does not ever look at first base and delivers the ball right down the middle of the plate. Drew Webster makes a diving catch out in left field. And that will drive in a run. Sacrifice fly. Webster just kept coming and kept coming. Ends up having to make a diving play, so an easy score there for Josh Seiler. Braden Reese stays at first. One out now in the inning. Score is tied. Brings Garrett Smith to the plate. 1 for 2 with a double. And see if this is. It is still Garrett Smith, number 16, center fielder. Drove in 3 runs in the third with a double off the left center field wall. Tomlinson comes close to hitting Smith there. 2 balls, no strikes. Throw over to first base. Not in time to get Reese. Spells his name the same way I do, R-E-E-C-E. No relation that I'm aware of. Two-0 pitch, sails high. Camp goes 3 balls and a strike. The 3-0 pitch right down Broadway for a called strike. 3 balls and a strike. Looks like one of the 4 Stewart's Creekers is down warming in the bullpen. Will Trapp, another left-hander. Another throw over to first base. Melton applies the tag, but not in time. .418 here Central Time in Nashville, Tennessee. 1 pitch swung on and missed. And just a little bit of rain that was just enough annoying to get the equipment wet and cause some electronic issues and some operator error issues. Full count, swung on and fouled off the screen for a full count. First pitch, foul ball. 2 for 4 here in game 2. believe we were 3 for 5. 3 for 5 in game 1. Reese stays put. That ball's lined down the right field line. That'll be fair and in the corner for extra bases. Ethan here plays it off the wall, gets it back in. Second baseman lets it go, and Zach Zimmerly, who's the double cut man, will make the grab. That will be a double for Garrett Smith. Put runners at second and third. He's now 2 for 3 with 2 doubles. Three hits in the inning, single, double, and a triple. Seven hits. And Grant Donkin stepping to the plate, left on left matchup. Fastball sails high. Donkin 0 for 2, grounded out twice to the shortstop, and the infield is in for VolState. Trying to cut off the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fastball right down the middle of the plate, swung actually under by Grant Donkin. So the only changes on the middle infield is Zach Zimmerly is taking Ethan Huddleston's spot, and Drew Plummer is taking Corbin Overbay's spot at second base. There's a pitch in the dirt, but Vineyard gets a glove on it, keeps it at the plate. Tomlinson trying to work out this situation. Has a base open, but Jacob Lester, who's on deck, 2 for 2. There's a ground ball to Zimmerly. Looks back the runner at third, throws on to first. So bringing the infield in worked to perfection as that ball was hit right to Zach Zimmerly. So Grant Donkin is 3 at-bats, and he has gone 0 for 3 with 3 ground outs right to the shortstop. So with 2 outs, it brings up Jacob Lester, who is 2 for 2. 2 singles on the afternoon. Another one will drive in 2 more runs. He sees the first pitch on the outside corner, called strike. Infield now moves back to their regular depth. Lester playing shortstop as that pitch misses high and outside. All knotted up here at 6 in the bottom of the 5th. Pioneers 1 run in the first, 5 in the third. Trevecca 1 in the first, 3 in the third. The kid looks like the kid get out of it. Backhanded by Zimmerly, long throw to first, and Melton with the stretch. Tomlinson works out of further damage, only giving up 2 runs on 3 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. And we are knotted at 6 after 5. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Tim Reeves back on the campus of Trevecca Nazarene University, where we head to the top of the 6th inning. Due up for the Pioneers, Noah Ward, Connor Moss, and Chase Birdwell to face new pitcher Preston Drebus. One for the Trojans, a true freshman, 6'2", 170-pound right-hander from Hendersonville, Tennessee, attended Beach High School. Was teammates with Chase Burns, who's at Tennessee, and Luke Sinnard, who's now at Indiana. First pitch from Drebus misses high and inside to Ward. Ward 0 for 2. Grounded out and popped out. Fastball a little bit high. Drebus goes 2-0. So the Halls have come in from Louisville to see Matt. They got here a little bit late, thought the game was at 1 o'clock. It started at noon. They did get to see Matt Hall's base hit, but he played in game 1. Count now goes 3 balls, no strikes, as two freshmen getting his first action against someone other than teammates. Those 3 balls and a strike to Noah Ward. Is the count full now. Full count brought to you by Framework Athletics. It's the summer home of the full count rhythm, along with CrossFit Hendersonville. Struck him out. 3 balls to start and then 3 strikes to finish. Noah Ward goes down looking. Brings to the plate Connor Moss, who has doubled and been hit by a pitch. Took one right off the noggin in the 3rd inning. Checked out by the trainer, who said he was okay. He hits a line drive down the left field line. That'll drop for a base hit. Left fielder might not be Bryant Goolsby anymore. He was pinch hit for it. Let's see if I can figure out who that might be. Probably not going to be able to do it. I think that's Jackson Odette out there in left field. We'll have a pinch runner. Speaking of Matt Hall, he'll come out and pinch run for Connor Moss. With 1 out. Connor Moss, 2 for 2. And Chase Birdwell stepping to the plate. He pops one up off to the first baseman in foul territory. That's a new first baseman. Looks like Grant Duncan, who will not be able to make the play. That ball goes into the bullpen area. So some changes defensively. Looks like that is number 32, Grant Duncan, over at first base. Oh, 1-2 Birdwell. Long look as Drebus delivers pitch outside. Again, until the pitcher comes to the plate, I can't even see him. He's completely blocked out by the umpire, who's standing between me and the pitcher. The umpire does not go down until pitch is oncoming. That ball gets in the dirt and away from the catcher, Frankie Carreras, and down to second base goes Matt Hall. Wild pitch puts the go-ahead run on at second base. Chase Birdwell's 1 for 1. He's been hit by a pitch. Dropped a bloop single in the left center field. Anything but an infield single here should drive in Matt Hall for the go-ahead run. And the pitch swung on and missed. That was about chin high. Chase Birdwell had no chance at that, but he's trying to drive in a run. Drew Plummer on deck, who came in for Corbin Overbay in the bottom of the fifth.
Let's go 2-7 each part.
Long pause. Timeout is called by Chase Birdwell.
Make a pitch right here. Trust me, baby.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Go ahead run on at second base. And the pitch swung on, foul back. Another high fastball. Birdwell just able to get a piece of that one. Started this game at 2:33, so coming up on 2 hours. Currently 77 degrees here in Nashville, Tennessee. Country Music USA. Shadows starting to creep. Runner goes. Ball in the dirt. Throw down to third base. Not in time. Count goes full. Matt Hall now at third base. Stolen base. Tough pitch to try to throw somebody out on as Frankie Carreras has come in for Aiden Napier here. Frankie Carreras from Blackman High School. Framework Athletics, full count. Rebus from the stretch delivers. That ball is popped up in the infield. And Grant Donkin will not make the play. Birdwell will move on down to second base on the air as Donkin looked up into the sun like, well, I couldn't see that one. But it hit just off of his glove.
Let's go, Stick. Make it happen.
I don't know how in the world I just cleared, but I did. Let's put runners back at second and third with 1 out, and Drew Plummer comes to the plate. Birdwell would have been toasted cheese if Donkin had picked that ball up. He would have thrown Birdwell out easily. It's the first error, actually, of the day, I think, for the Trojans, as that pitch misses badly outside. Drew Plummer, his first at-bat of the game. He's been limited in his action due to an injury. He has 1 total plate appearance. This is plate appearance number 2 as he sees strike 1. He has walked in his only other plate appearance. Chance to drive in. Go-ahead runs. Second and third, 1 out. Connor Moss singled in the left field. Matt Hall came in to run for him, moved to second on a wild pitch in the third on a stolen base. There's a ball down low, blocked nicely by Carreras. Rebus, I believe, is going to be a 2-way player maybe for Trevecca. I know he played, I believe he played the outfield for Beach. He was a switch hitter. Came over here with Jonah Smithson from Good Pasture. Pitch misses outside. He was falling behind, 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Drew Webster. So the Drew twins, Plummer and Webster, back to back here, trying to give the Pioneers a lead here in game 2 after falling in game 1, 6-3. As Plummer will foul that one back, and we'll have another Framework Athletics full count. Zach Duke and Ryan McDuffie, the owners of Framework Athletics. Zach Duke, former 15-year Major League pitcher. Ryan McDuffie, he and his wife co-own CrossFit Hendersonville. The 3-2 swung on and fouled back. 3 for 6 on full count. First pitch foul balls right at the 50% average. I believe it's 70% in major leagues.
Let's go, Sticks. Lock in. Here we go. Up, Preston. Keep coming. Force the contact, baby.
Another 3-2 pitch, and he stumbles off the mound, and that'll be a balk. And the Pioneers will take the lead on the trip off of the mound. They will drive in a run. The count will remain 3-2. Rebus might have been better off just to roll that ball in, put bases loaded. But full count, Plummer will pop one up to shortstop. Lester will get under it and make the grab for out number 2. Two outs, but the go-ahead run does come across on the ball. And that brings to the plate Drew Webster, who's 0 for 2, struck out twice, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Rebus struck out Noah Ward, the first batter he faced, and gave up a base hit to Connor Moss. Webster has to dance out of the way of that pitch. Single wild pitch, stolen base, and a balk is how Matt Hall ended up scoring after he came in as a pinch runner for Connor Moss. Chase Birdwell on at third base after reaching an error. It's now 2 balls and no strikes to Webster. On deck, Ethan here. Ball strike at the top of the zone there. 2-0 pitch. Webster really crouched down there. Seemed like he starts to crouch a little bit more as the pitch comes in. He's kind of standing up a little bit at the start, but as the pitch comes in, he starts to bend at the knees a little bit. Found that ball down the third base line. Devin Thrain, two-way player for the Pioneers, who been off for a week due to a little bit of a strain injury, so he should be back and ready to go on Tuesday against Columbia State. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Webster. Breaking pitch misses it low and outside. Count goes full. Framework Athletics getting a workout here in the 6th inning. I know he was 3-2 to Noah Ward. He was 3-2 to Drew Plummer. 3-2 to Chase Birdwell. There's a line drive, base hit into right field. Drew Webster will drive in a run. An unearned run, but a run nonetheless. And the Pioneers take an 8-6 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. 2 hits in the inning. That would bring Ethan here to the plate. It's the 7th hit of the ball game for VolState, 2 in the inning. Ethan here, who has one of those 7 hits at the plate. That pitch in the dirt, blocked by Correas. Keeps Webster at first base. So Webster now 1 for 3 and an RBI. Ethan here 1 for 2. Big J Charlotte on deck. Sun is shining bright onto the middle of the field. Hard hit ground ball that will go foul off the padding. Carter Vrabel coming out of the bullpen. He will not get to it before Cam Hodges does. Hodges tries a behind the back flip to Carter Vrabel, who was not expecting that. That play needs some work right there between Cam Hodges and Carter Vrabel. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ethan here, 2 outs. Fastball high. Caleb Marks, who pitched in game 1, has his uniform off. Looks like he's got a practice jersey on. He's grabbing the foul balls as they come across. Ethan here comes up empty on that swing. He's swinging under some fastballs that are about chest high. The 2-2 pitch coming from Preston Drebus. Low and outside. We just do another Framework Athletics full count. Runner will be moving on the pitch. 2 runs will come across here in the 6th. Strike called on the outside corner as Ethan here is not expecting that pitch apparently. So Pioneers scored 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 costly error. 1 runner left on base after 5 1/2. Pioneers lead 8-6. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network.
It's another hit about a party. Somebody done somebody wrong.
Okay. Okay. Where are you? Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Tell me where you all are at. Okay. Right here. Poppy and Nana. Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming by and saying hello. Yes, sir. Glad you're enjoying it.
Eight to 6. VolState leads going to the bottom of the 6th inning. And I believe, let's see, okay, there we go. Connor Dowdy, the DH, steps into the box to face the new pitcher, Will Trapp, one of the Stewart's Creek gang for the Pioneers. Left-hander from Smyrna, Tennessee, 6'1", 155-pound left-hander. Is he's gone 2 balls, no strikes to Connor Dowdy, who's 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Singled in the 3rd, struck out looking in the 4th. Sorry, singled in the 2nd, struck out looking in the 4th. Up in the count, and now it goes 2 balls and 1 strike. Trevecca has scored in the odd innings in this game, 1 in the first, 3 in the third. Will Trapp about threw a pitch that hit my computer. That would not have been good. That would have been no bueno. So 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and 2 in the fifth. That's how they've gotten their sixth. Pioneers 1 in the first, 5 in the third, including a grand slam by Brody Melton, and 2 in the sixth. Will Trapp has now walked. First batter that he's faced. Leadoff walks are not recipes for good pitching. Will Trapp has 5 appearances prior to this one, thrown 5 innings, only given up 1 hit, 2 walks. So that's been a rare walk. 10 strikeouts in his 5 previous appearances. Let's see if he can get that ground ball, breaking pitch at the feet of Frankie Carreras, who has come in for Aiden Napier. Carreras got an at-bat as a 10th hitter, just snuck in there in game 1. I believe he got a double down the right field line. Let me check. No, that's somebody else. He got a walk. He got a ringing walk. Two balls, no strike pitch. Stays high. One on, and a 3-1 pitch now coming up to Carreras. Line drive, foul down the third base line. Hard hit ball, but just went foul, says the home plate umpire. Frankie Carreras will come back. Looks like Frankie is one of at least 4 players from Blackman High School. David Milam, Andrew Becker, Frankie Carreras, and Jacob Lester, all from Blackman High School. So VolState's Stewart's Creek and Trevecca is Blackman High School, and we have a Framework Athletics full count and a called strike 3 on the outside corner. Will Trapp needed that one. The catching position, 2 different players have all struck out. And we'll bring to the plate second baseman Alex Fernandez, who is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. As I have finally gotten about halfway in the shade. There's a breaking pitch on the inside corner, called strike. Will Trapp now 1 pitch away, as Chase Birdwell now in at third base, in for Connor Moss. Brody Milton still over at first. That pitch in the dirt, blocked by Vineyard. Let's see who. Looks like we have some changes out here in the outfield as well, as Reed Mashinsky looks like he's in left field. Jay Charlotte still in center. Ethan here still in right. So that pitch sails high and over the glove of Braden Vineyard, who will come to the backstop and retrieve it, but Connor Dowdy will move on down to second base on the wild pitch. Two balls and a strike to Alex Fernandez. So there goes the traditional double play situation, but a check swing. See if they'll check with the base umpire. Doesn't look like Braden Vineyard's asking for a check. So we will So 3 balls and a strike to Alex Fernandez. Will Trapp throwing that breaking pitch on a regular basis here. Check of the runner and the pitch. Grounded into third base, and Chase Birdwell will not be able to make that play. Tough play. Runner will go down to second base. The runner's at second and third.
There it is, go, there he is.
I don't know that Birdwell comes up with that. That's an extremely tough play, but probably going to have to put an E5 in the book there. The ball kicked off his glove and went over to the wall over there by third base. Now runners second and third with 1 out. Top of the lineup, Cooper Witt, 1 for 2. Scored 2 runs, also hit by a pitch. There's a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. That's about a 2 to 7 breaking pitch right there on your analog clock. Foul ball to the Trojans dugout. Cooper Witt now down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Will Trapp looking for a strikeout here. Infield not playing in. They're playing at regular depth as they are up by 2 runs. Want to make a good pitch right here, getting to Chase. That ball's in the dirt. That will get by Vineyard, and a run will score. A throw will hit off of the runner's head. 2 runs will now score. As a wild pitch will tie this game. As the throw from Vineyard hits Connor Dowdy. That will be an error on Braden Vineyard. 2 runs have come across on 1 play to tie this game up. 1-0 is the count to Cooper Witt. I'm sorry, actually that's not true. It was 2 strikes. He had a 0-2 count on him. I don't know what happened there, but we got a strikeout of Cooper Witt. I don't know what happened to my balls and strikes on that play, but second strikeout by Will Trapp just happened 1 pitch too late. Josh Seiler will step to the plate. He had a triple off the center field wall. Sees a breaking pitch in there for a called strike. He is 1 for 2, scored twice. Drove 1 deep to center field, but hit at the base of the fence. Started to go, held up. Break pitch ends at his shins. Another pitch in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike. On deck is Brian Lee. Looks like he will pinch hit for Braden Reese, who apparently came out. Grant Duncan went in to play first base, but ground ball to Birdwell. It would take a bad hop off of Bird's glove and go into left field. Seiler will be on. Another error. Hard hit ball right there. So 3 errors in the inning. Defense starting to let down here. Put a runner on at first base, and Brian Lee stepping to the plate. First pitch he sees in there for a called strike. Lee pinch hit in game 1, struck out in the 7th. Getting an at-bat here in the 6th. Score tied 8-8 as a breaking pitch comes across the zone for called strike 2. On deck, Jackson Odette. Swing and a miss. And down goes Lee. Trap strikes out this side, but a lot happened in the middle there that allowed them to score 2 runs on no hits. 3 costly errors and 1 runner left on base. So after 6 complete, tied up at 8. Going to the 7th, scheduled for 7. I would assume it's all we're playing, regardless of the score. We'll be right back for the last inning of the day, inning number 14. You're listening to the VolState Sports Network. Top of the 7th we go. Top of the lineup for the Pioneers, Jay Charla. Zach Zimmerly will get his first at-bat, and Braden Vineyard has a bat. He will hit 3rd in the inning. They will face a new pitcher, sidearmer Nathan McKissick. Right-hander, 6 foot, 170-pound junior from Forney, Texas. Transfer from Dallas College East Field. I believe, if this is the right pitcher, I believe he pitched for the Muhlenberg County Stallions of the Ohio Valley League. First pitch to Charla is outside. Ball 1. Charla 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the 3rd. Has struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. Looking to get on base for Zimmerly and Vineyard. To knock in. Big shadow creeping up to home plate. Here's the stands behind me as that breaking pitch misses outside. Must have curved around the plate. Frankie Carrera still behind the plate. There's a pitch that stays outside as well. Big Jay Charlo looking to get on any way he can. Already walked 3 times this fall, and we'll take ball 4 right there. So a 4-pitch walk from McKissick puts the go-ahead run on base. Charlo, just a scrappy player. Zach Zimmerly steps to the plate from Hendersonville, Tennessee, Hendersonville High School. True freshman. 10 official plate appearances this fall, 2 for 10. And he will square to bunt and lay one down. McKissick will come off the mound, throw to first base, and the sacrifice bunt works. Good job by Zach Zimmerly to move Jay Charla down to second base. Braden Vineyard steps to the plate. Has homered and walked in 3 plate appearances. So far, Brody Melton on deck. Kissick from the stretch. Time is called. Long look back. So the shadows you see are the sun setting directly behind home plate. So in the eyes of the pitcher and the center fielder, you're at 5 o'clock right on the dot in Nashville, Tennessee. Sidearm fastball in there for called strike. Vineyard started to go, but he was a little late on that approach. He would have been sawed off if he had gotten a bat on that one. Go ahead run at second base. Big Jay Charlo, I saw him at the Chick-fil-A line as I walked in to get my breakfast. Fastball in the outside corner, called strike. Vineyard now down in the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Jay was in the drive-through, and I had ordered mine to be picked up inside. The Lynbrook Chick-fil-A in Hendersonville, Tennessee. Got the best sweet tea in the world. Swing and miss on a sidearm breaking pitch. Nice string of pitches right there by McKissick. First strikeout, second out of the inning. We'll bring Brody Melton to the plate. He was 1 for 3 with a grand slam home run in the 3rd inning. Put the Pioneers up 6-1 at the time. Now a base hit will put him up 9-8. Fouls that one off to the right side. I don't see anybody scrambling out of the dugout. They must not go get those balls. On deck is Noah Ward, hoping to get an at-bat here in the 7th. A breaking pitch over the plate. A called strike. Inning 14 here on a Saturday afternoon in Middle Tennessee on the campus of Trevecca Nazarene University. Almost downtown Nashville. 0-2 pitch. This is down low. 40 years ago when I played at Belmont, the big rivalries were Belmont College and Lipscomb College. It was called David Lipscomb College at the time. And Trevecca Nazarene College. So 3 schools probably within 5 miles of each other. I know Belmont and Lipscomb were within 2 miles. Breaking pitch in there for a called strike 3. McKissick, after walking the first batter, gets an out on a sac bunt and then strikes out the next 2 batters to retire the Pioneers. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base going to the bottom of the 7th. Pioneers can't win it, but maybe they can tie it. We will stay 7 innings. I'm sure there won't be any extra innings. And on to save the tie, Landon Tucker. We'll be right back. You listen to the VolState Sports Network. Into the bottom of the 7th, Landon Tucker on for his inning of relief. Landon Tucker, 5'9", 165-pound sophomore from LaGrange, Georgia, criminal justice major, and he will face Jackson Odette leading off the bottom of the 7th inning. Garrett Smith on deck. Swung on and tapped down to first base. It'll be a fair ball. Brody Melton will glove it and step on the base for out number 1. One pitch, one out for Tuck, as they call him. Garrett Smith now 2 for 3. 2 doubles on the day. Tough out. Popped out to the first baseman, his first plate appearance, and then doubled his 4th dime up, and he will look at it called strike 1. Tuck is the son of Hank and Christy Tucker. Had 11 relief appearances for the Pioneers past spring, and another breaking pitch in there for called strike. And a pinch hitter on deck. Number 46, who's not on my roster. There's a ground ball to Birdwell. He'll get that one on one hop. Throw to first, and high throw. The tag, and Melton gets Smith before he steps on first base. So high throw, but Melton gets up, climbs the ladder, comes down with the ball and the tag for out number 2. Chase Birdwell in danger of getting his 3rd error of the game. So number 46, who is not on my roster. Johnny, last name starts with a P apparently. Let's see if I can find it on here. First pitch he sees is in there for a called strike. Johnny Powers, maybe. It shows number 57 on my roster, but 46 on his back. I'll go with Johnny Powers, 5'8", 220-pound sophomore from Riverdale High School. I'll be a teammate of Big J Charla. Pitch misses. Called strike on the outside corner. I'm calling him 5'7", so it's got to be him, Johnny Powers. 57 on the roster. Pinch hitting for Grant Duncan. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes, and that pitch just missed. Down in the zone on deck, Jacob Lester, 2 for 3. Could be the last pitch of the day. And the full count pitch is outside. It gets by Braden Vineyard. Powers will hustle on down to first base with a walk. That will give life to the Trojans with 2 outs and a runner on. Jacob Lester 2 for 3, 2 singles. They will not pinch run for Powers. Landon Tucker at the stretch. It's foul ball straight back. Sun's still out, but not shining quite as bright. May have noticed the maybe a little bit darker on your video. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Trojans shortstop. Freshman from Blackman High School, one of the at least four players from Blackman. Swing and a miss. Off-speed pitch. Had Lester chasing. Connor Dowdy on deck. Eight hits on the day. There's a called strike 3, and that will end the ball game, as this game will finish at 8-8. VolState will pull a tie out. First strikeout for Landon Tucker. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. 8-8 will be the final score. Game took about 2.5 hours. We are finished here at 5:10. About 46 guys from the Trevecca roster and 50-something guys from the VolState roster will pound fists. The coaches will mix and mingle just a bit before they go to talk to their teams. So Pioneers lose game 1 6-3 to the Trojans. And a back and forth affair here in game 2 results in an 8-8 tie. I want to thank you all for sticking with me through the video problems and the scoreboard problems. I thank you very much for listening and watching, especially if you're here at a game and you come up and you say hello and introduce yourself. I do appreciate that. But anyway, for Athletic Director Bobby Hudson and Head Coach Jim McGuire, this is Tim Reeves saying so long from Trevecca Nazarene University. And I will talk to you all Tuesday night from Columbia, Tennessee. God bless you all.